This week on the podcast, we're joined by comedian Jack Simmons, and we've written songs about Whiplash.
What are you in fucking acapella? Play the goddamn kit!
Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are back once again, and we've written songs about 2014's Whiplash. And we're joined by comedian Jack Simmons. Hi, Jack.
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. I believe you suggested this movie to us. I could be wrong.
I think so. Well, I remember you guys had like a list of movies that you're like you want to choose from, and I was like, I haven't seen Whiplash really since it came out back in 2014, which is fucking over 10 years ago. So I was like, yeah, let's do this, and it was a great time. We were watching it.
Great pick. This is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, okay.
I have to be honest, if you asked me what year Whiplash came out before we watched this, I was like, 2018, 2019. Shocked to see that it was 11 years ago.
Yeah, time is a flat circle, brother.
Yeah, it really came out. That came out also in 2014. Fucking True Detective, season 1. I remember.
What the hell is True Detective?
That was what that line is from. Time is a flat circle. The whole.
Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. I thought that's what you were referencing. Okay.
Nope.
Never mind.
I've heard time is a flat circle, and I said it. I'm not sure what it means. I just said it.
Sounded cool.
Yeah, it sounded cool.
Wow, very cool. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
And that is the key to this podcast, sounding cool.
That's what
Yeah.
we're all about.
That's all that.
We here at the Royds Review Podcast, we sound cool. Isn't that right, Robbie?
Oh, yes, we do. Andy, speaking of sounding cool, how are you?
I'm good, Robbie. How about you?
I'm doing good. Jack, how about yourself? How you doing? Did I already ask you that? I think I did. But I greeted you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very well, thank you. It's a nice Saturday.
No,
Oh shit, it's a Monday.
no, you don't. Our listeners are notoriously stupid. And I say that because our hosts are notoriously stupid. Our hosts didn't know there were horse stables in New York City.
I don't think I knew that either.
Well, the people on TikTok let us know. They made sure to tell us.
Where are the horse stables? There, I didn't think there'd be like any land for them. I guess.
32nd and 5th.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
one. I've probably passed by it.
It's New York, you know, from New York. It's not a big deal.
You'll find it on Mr. Hands Memorial Way.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that neither of you know what Mr. Hands is.
no.
No, that's what they used to call me in high school, but no.
Andy, why don't you do us a quick favor and Google Mr. Hands for all of us?
Okay,
In
I
fact,
guess I'll Google
why don't
this
you make
inevitably
sure-
heinous thing.
Why don't you make sure you don't do any private search or anything? Make sure you really find this video. If you're listening at home, if you're listening at work, definitely do not Google Mr. Hands.
I'm not getting it. Horse sex case.
There we are. That's all you need to say.
Okay.
It's a guy that fucked a horse, or.
Or other way around, brother. And guess
Oh.
what? He didn't live to tell the tale.
I think.
Robbie,
I
Robbie,
think I heard of this case.
you tend to know a lot of these things.
Horse fucking.
And I'm always out of the loop on these, and sometimes it makes me feel like, oh, I'm the weirdo. I'm not up to speed on this, but I'm beginning to think it's the opposite, Robbie.
No, you're definitely just a sheltered little baby little bitch. Because
There
when
it
I,
is.
when I talk to anybody else, they know what Mr. Hands is. other than Jack?
Well, Andy, I don't know if you know this, but Rob is known as the horse sex expert of Long Island. So,
I didn't know that.
That
Robbie,
happened
you know?
after you left.
Oh, okay. If I had stuck around, I'd know.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand now.
Yeah.
Well,
Nay
nice
means
title,
yay.
honestly.
Yay. That's very good. That's very good. Guys, you think we should get to know Jack a little more for our listeners?
I think that is an excellent question. Andy, I have 3 questions for Mr. Jack.
Okay,
Okay, I also
go
have
for
three.
it. Let's.
Mr. Jack is a System of a Down song.
Is it really?
It is. It's on their 3rd album called Steal This Album.
Really? I like that. Andy, you want to go first?
Sure. Jack, what would you say your top 3 favorite bands or musical artists are?
Top like of any band ever?
Yes.
Your favorites.
Why would he put? Did he put limits on it, Jack?
No, I
Robbie,
thought.
don't be rude.
Yeah, really. I'm trying to be. I thought I was the guest here. All right. Probably Pixies, Talking Heads, and Radiohead. I would say my top 3 are.
Okay, very nice. I'm assuming the Royds would be number 4.
Yeah, of course. Oh, right. Actually, I didn't even think to mention it because I thought it'd just be obvious to everyone. You know.
Oh,
It's
well,
it's an unspoken thing.
Right.
Right,
They kind of.
right.
You guys kind of stand alone amongst giants.
we transcend genres.
Yeah, you'd be
Yeah,
all
right,
4
Robbie.
statues on the Mount Rushmore
Wow.
of local Long Island rock bands. in
That make-
Nassau area.
That makes sense because as Long Islanders, we're used to taking the natives' land.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. We'd have to find a mountain, but yeah, you guys are the pilgrims of the Long Island rock community. So
I'll take it.
those would be my top 3.
Okay, very, very cool. Just a side note, I have a silicone like wrist guard,
Okay.
and it is leaking, and that's horrible.
Okay, cool, man. I don't know what a wrist guard is.
Not I don't know. It's like you rest it under a keyboard, and, like rest your hands on it. Email in if you got one of these.
It's leaking.
Yeah,
What is it leaking? Silicone,
like
I guess.
silicone. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it tastes awful, and I don't feel very good.
Well, Andy, I can tell you why. You're not supposed to eat it.
Robbie's a doctor.
See, I've learned another thing. I didn't know. I
It is
thought
cool.
that you're supposed to eat silicone.
Mhm.
It's silicon you're supposed to eat.
Ah, okay.
Robbie, you got a question
This is
for
very
Jack?
informative.
I do. Jack, which big cat is your favorite big cat?
Tigers. They're underrated. They only show up like every 5 years or whatever. You never really hear about them.
That's not true.
I
That's
can't remember the last tiger-related story.
Okay.
Tiger King, I think, was there, and then they kind of just like went away for a while.
The way you made it sounds like nobody sees a tiger for 5 years and then they
The
reappear.
elusive
They just
tiger.
show up there. You know, they just kind of do their own thing for a while until like everyone gets interested in tigers again. But they're the coolest. They would beat lions in a fight. They would probably beat any other cat in a fight.
I believe they are the biggest cat.
Yeah, they're larger than lions.
Yeah.
They live in India, and
All right.
I don't know where else they live.
Jack's just
All right.
gonna give us some facts about tigers now.
I got another question for you. I got another
Where else do tigers live, though?
I don't know.
Russia,
They live in
Florida?
Russia? Okay.
Siberia, because Siberian.
Oh, right, Siberian tigers.
There's a tons
Well-
of tigers in the U.S. They're just kept in cages.
Yeah.
There's
Um,
tigers in
Let them out, then
Detroit.
they'd live there. Well, the Tiger King guy, that was the South, so.
I see Andy wondering about my tigers in Detroit line, and he's going, "Was that racist?"
Oh, Detroit Tigers.
yeah, no, the baseball team, the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, the one over ahead. Yeah.
All right, I got another question.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Very good.
We're just listing tigers now.
Who would you say your top 3 favorite comedians are?
Of all time? Let's see. That's a tough question. Probably Greg Giraldo, Norm Macdonald, and Louis C.K., top 3. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
What about you, Rob? Or am I not allowed to ask questions? I'm sorry.
No, you can. You're putting me on the spot now. That's crazy that Andy asked you that, and you went, "What about you, Rob?" As I stall for time. I'm gonna go ahead and say Trevor Moore from The Whitest Kids You Know, or just The Whitest Kids You Know in general.
Okay.
Can I say Weird Al Yankovic? Because I'm going to. I
He's
think
a
he
comedian.
counts. Yeah.
My wife walked
Not
me
really a
ice cream.
stand-up comedian, but it counts.
Andy, do you need any more fat?
Probably not, but it's
Hey,
good for
could I be any more rude?
That is pretty rude. It's a pretty
That was
rude
very
thing
rude.
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are pretty abrasive. No offense, but
Who's you guys? It's just Robbie. I'm a nice guy.
Rob's coming in hot and heavy. Like,
Yeah, I know. My doctor said I need to lose a couple of pounds and temperature.
you can be cold and light.
Because she said, Rob, you're hot and heavy. And I said, I'll show you something hot and heavy. None of this makes any sense. Jack, I'm going to go ahead and not give a third answer, but I'm going to ask you a second question.
Okay.
What extinct animal
Mhm.
would you like to bring back to life? Be specific. Don't just say dinosaur. I want you to be specific.
Okay.
Like the ocean.
I would bring back the woolly mammoth because I think it'd just be cool to have them around.
Very.
And yeah, they would scare the shit out of a lot of people, which I think would be fun.
Deborah.
I don't think. Oh yeah. And I would bring back a sloth maybe to have as his friend. And
Lots are still around, Brother Bear.
sloths are still around. That's true too. And I guess saber-toothed tigers, they're not around.
That is true.
They're not around. Sloths are almost gone though. They're endangered.
That is true.
So
Who needs him?
But no, that's bad take.
What's a sloth ever done for me?
Oh, I can read the comments now. Typical Andy L take.
we don't need sloths anymore.
That's all our Gen Z listeners talking about Andy's L takes.
Can I have a second answer too, if that's all right.
You've already given 2, but go ahead.
I like a megalodon as well.
I like that one. The
Why?
Megalodon's a
Why,
sick
though?
answer.
The ocean's already scary enough.
Yeah, let's just make it really. Imagine there would be like hundreds of people dead every week, and
That's
then you
not
solve
true.
the population problem. Yeah,
No,
If
that
you're a
is not
megalodon-
what would happen. Bringing back the Megalodon would not suddenly make Megalodon attacks kill 100 people a week.
all right, maybe not that many people, but
Would
like
solve the population.
That's an awful... No! That would not happen.
yeah, it would. If you had megalodons, dude, everybody that goes on a boat, they would eat the entire boat. Like
That's
they would,
wrong.
yes, no, it's not.
How
Do
big
not-
is a megalodon?
A megalodon is like the size of a blue whale.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yeah,
Okay,
they are.
no,
yeah,
no,
they're
ma-
huge.
no.
No matter how large they are, megalodons need to live in a specific part of the ocean.
Yeah,
The amount of boats that go through there. They also live very deep in the ocean, probably.
You
They
know,
would not kill 100 people a week.
every
what I
cruise
think?
ship would get killed. By
Every cruise ship.
do
it
you know
would
what I
ruin the
think?
cruise industry.
Do you know what I think is very funny? Is I feel like the movie we're covering today, Whiplash, will bring, maybe a more sophisticated listener, and they'd show up and they'd be like, oh, this isn't the one for me. This isn't.
But this is a fair discussion to have about whether a megalodon would kill 100 people a week.
Why, you don't think it's a good discussion, or?
I don't think it's a bad one. I think it's dumb. I would say this is objectively stupid. and I'm here for it. You know, I'm a big dumb guy.
What's dumb? The fact that like Megalodon's killing people or just bringing them back?
Both.
I'm not even saying specifically. I'm saying the entire conversation we're having.
Alright.
I'm not blaming it on you. Not blaming it on Rob. Not blaming it on me. I'm just saying
This whole thing.
a lot of dumb guy shit here. You know.
Yeah.
All right,
I
Andy,
didn't know what the tone of this podcast was gonna
Oh,
be.
it's dumb guy shit. It's dumb guy shit.
Oh, okay.
that's-
So I thought I'd bring my best dumb guy shit to the
No,
podcast.
you are
No.
at home, brother.
All right.
Yeah, what Andy failed to mention is that like they'd realize what the tone of this
Okay.
was.
I
don't
didn't
know why
know
there
if
was
it
a
was
pause
like a
there.
high art kind of like deep analysis thing.
No, but like
Yeah.
at the same time, this movie, I would classify this movie as high art.
Yeah, I would say
know?
this is like a good, but this movie kind of works for a lot of different people because it's
Yeah.
like, it's like you know people with whatever, like critics can love it because it is like artistic, but like the average, like if you brought like the average like meathead into the movie, they'd probably like it a lot too.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like fast paced,
Yeah, and they're like,
And,
this guy's yelling.
relatable. Yeah, they'd be like, this dude's fucking awesome. I like the dumbest people
Yeah.
I know love this movie too. Like this, I think it kind of transcends. It's like
Like I
Goodfellas,
said,
like a
it's
lot
one
of
of my
other
favorite
movies.
movies. I'm a dumb guy.
So yeah,
Yeah.
me too. We're all pretty dumb here.
Yeah.
So
I got one more question. It's a two-part question. Do you play video games?
yeah, a little bit.
Okay, what is your favorite video game?
I mean, I love GTA 5. You know, I would say I'm a big Call of Duty fan also, you know. Pretty
Oh, what?
basic bro stuff. I love yeah, it's pretty much the games that I play is like shooter games, Battlefield. I played
Yeah.
Battlefield a lot.
A lot of pent up rage, huh?
Just Cause, yeah, you know, that's what I do when I get home. I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you all.
What about Hello Kitty Island Adventure?
You know, that was on my next one.
Not
that
the
a fun
first time Andy's brought up Hello Kitty Island Adventure on this podcast.
It's a banger, dude. It's a banger.
What do you play that on?
I don't know.
Nintendo or
It's gotta be a
I don't know.
handheld.
Probably, yeah. don't
I
know.
mean, Andy's definitely holding something in his hand while he plays it.
yeah.
Yeah, ice cream.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Ice cream's what he calls his penis.
Jack,
Yes.
less of a question, more of a demand, if you will.
Okay.
I would like you to do your best impression of a woolly mammoth who just got cut off in traffic.
Hey, you just cut me off in traffic. What are you doing? Hey, Deborah, this fucking car has cut me off, and the sloth is following me.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Kind of throwback. Yeah.
I
Excellent.
like this reboot of Everybody Loves Raymond where he's had a stroke.
Yeah.
And he's a mammoth.
I mean, I didn't get the mammoth part, but he definitely had a stroke.
Everybody loves the mammoth.
Everybody-
It's kind of a
everybody loves
crossover.
Manny the Mammoth.
I like They could have
Everybody-
made that into a sitcom from the Ice Age, you know.
No, they couldn't have.
They
No,
made enough
probably.
movies. They might as well.
Who played the other mammoth, the lady mammoth in Ice Age? There was a
Queen
lady.
Latifah.
Yes,
Queen
that's
Latifah,
right.
Yeah.
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 That's
She
not.
came in the
You know what's
second
weird?
one.
You know what's weird is because I'm a second grade teacher, and I play these movies for the kids. And the second movie, I think, is the one with Queen Latifah, and the whole thing is like, Manny, you're the last mammoth, and the whole thing is like, Manny, you and her, you guys got an F.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a kids movie. Why
That's
is this
weird.
the plot? It's so strange to me.
And the other animals are like trying to encourage him the whole movie.
Yeah,
To, like,
yeah,
get
they're
his
like, you
fuck
gotta
on.
procreate, brother.
They're gonna,
Like, okay,
they're trying
but
to
then,
like wingman
but then
him.
what? But then what? Because my kids will also be the last mammoth. So they gotta fuck their brothers and sisters. What's going on here?
Yeah. Then they have like mutated mammoths.
We call that a
That's how we got
southern
elephants.
romance.
Yeah, I never thought about like what happens afterwards. If like that's what
Nobody
they say about
does.
people. Like if you're the last two people, right? You'd have to fuck
Yeah,
each other. To
somebody's
continue,
gonna have
but
to
then
fuck
you're-
their brother.
Yeah,
Or
that your
sister.
kids would have to fuck each other, and then at that point, it's like, what's even the point, you know? Just have a bunch of inbred, mutated people.
That's
The
Long Island.
Megalodon conversation was the dumb guy stuff, though, right?
Yeah, this is a smart,
Robbie.
intelligent conversation about mammoth fucking.
Robbie,
Yeah,
this is
mammoths.
episode like 170 something, right? Like, you know the drill, brother.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dumb guy shit, brother.
That is fair. Andy.
Yeah.
Could you tell us what year Whiplash came out?
Robbie, I would be not only thrilled but delighted.
Oh,
The year of our Megazord, of course, is 2014.
jeez, Lou. 11
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah. And Whiplash came in at number 129 in the global box office. It grossed $48 million. And Robbie, do you know what the budget was?
I do know what its little bird was.
Wow, could you disclose that information?
It had a budget of $3.3 million, according to Wikipedia.
Damn! It made a lot of cash.
It did make good money.
I also read that this was the lowest grossing movie nominated this year for Best Picture.
I understand why.
What was the highest grossing movie that year for Best Picture?
It's gotta be Transformers.
Oh wait,
Gotta
no,
be.
American Sniper came out that year too, right?
I don't know.
That movie grossed a lot more.
Jack, you're asking questions you don't want the answers to.
Or ones that you don't have.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
You guys want to talk about Whiplash?
Yeah, I say we get right into it there, Robbie.
The movie opens up with the repeated beating of a snare drum. We see Miles Teller. He's Andrew Neiman, a first-year student. He
That's
stops
a
playing.
really stupid fucking name, huh, Robbie?
Andrew or Neiman?
Yeah, Andrew.
I think it's fine.
Thanks, man.
No problem. I mean, it's not as good as Robert.
You know,
I think it would have been dumber if they added a question mark and an exclamation point to his name.
Andrew? He's a first-year student. He stops playing when J.K. Simmons walks in. Simmons is such a hilarious dick. I asked you why you stopped playing, and your version of an answer is to become a wind-up monkey?
yeah. That's really good. Like, off the bat, they establish the dynamic.
Yeah.
And it's
I think what always stood out to me about this first scene is how he doesn't look like he's having fun at all. He just looks angry, like he's angry at the drums. That's what's unique about this movie, about music in general, is that like it's never, they don't seem to like music at all. They almost have this like antagonistic relationship where they've like, it's less of just like, oh, a hobby that I enjoy, but more just like this chore that like eats
Yeah.
away at their soul.
And they even talk about that later where he's like, I just want to be one of the greats. It's not about having fun anymore. It's about
Yeah.
being the greatest at it.
Well, he has one roommate. His roommate, but the his friend from like the beginning, that guy Connolly that comes in. He has like a positive attitude. Like he's like smiling and joking around, and like I think Fletcher sees that and tries to like chip away at that.
Yeah.
You know, they're all. It's almost like they all enjoy it. If it hadn't not been for Fletcher, he kind of ruins their joy entirely throughout the movie.
Right. But we get into what his motives are,
Mhm.
which is very interesting. But
Yeah.
Robbie, take us through it.
Well, I just want to comment on what you're saying, because I think it's really interesting, because when you meet people who take music as a major in college, or when they put their focus on it, they treat it like school, and they absolutely do hate it at times.
Yeah.
My
So-
cousin is going to be a music major, and while she loves playing music, she absolutely hates it sometimes, because it does become this almost work aspect of it. This thing that's supposed to be fun, and music is supposed to be fun, becomes work. And anytime that happens and it becomes competition, you go, is this what I wanted to do? Because if I wanted to get into competition, I'd play sports.
Right.
Yeah.
And I took a semester of classical guitar in community college, NASA Community College.
Space
It was
school.
Yeah, it was guitars in space. It was crazy.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, dude, it was nuts. And it really beats like the joy and creativity out of what you're doing. Like, I play guitar. I don't know if look at that. You know, I got guitars. I love them. But I did not like playing guitar in school. It was, they beat it out of you. And it takes the creativity out as well. It's like, no, play like this. It's like, how would I play it like I'd play it? And they're like, no, then it's wrong. It's like, but this is a creative thing. I just didn't understand it. But these are also jazz musicians.
And that's an absolute tragedy that happens, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, I got out. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a tragedy. I got out. I didn't die. I was good.
You didn't hang yourself like
No,
Sean Casey in the.
Yeah, but I think the students in this movie they reminded me of the students during music. Like, I remember we came in. And you know, the instructor would walk around with a tuner and put it on your guitar and you tune. And this guy came in late, and the professor walked over him with a tuner, and he was like, "No, I'm good." And I loved it. The professor was just like, "Okay, let's see." And the guy, no joke, he's like, he's got his guitar, he hits the E, he's like, me, and like,
And he nailed it?
Not at all. It was great. The professor was like, all right, let's check. Nope, flat.
Oh God.
I was like, hell yeah, get him. Now rock his body with big nasty hooks.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it was, there's a lot of pretentiousness, you know?
Well, that's music, though.
That's music, baby. Especially jazz.
What's
You know?
ironic with jazz, though? Because it's like jazz is supposed to be about, I saw it's more about improvisation, you know?
Yeah, and like
sort of-
feel and all that, yeah.
Yeah, doing your own thing. But constantly throughout this movie, anytime they deviate even a slightly from
he's
what's
pissed.
exactly expected, he just snaps at them. So it's
Right.
like he doesn't even understand that kind of concept of like, hey, let's try something new or different. It's just like, no, you have to do it this way. And if it's not 100%, like, you're a fucking failure, and I'm gonna verbally humiliate you in front of your peers until you
Right,
cry
but
and bleed.
It's also, you can tell when he thinks what you're doing is good. Because that's the reason he walked into, even in this very beginning scene, that's the reason he walked in to begin with, is because he liked what he heard. And then he figured, let me make this kid shit his pants and like push him to be even better.
He makes
Yeah,
him
well-
drum faster and faster, and then just leaves while Teller's drumming.
Yeah, and then he walks back in, he's like, oh, forgot my coat.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Damn. And like, again, it sets up this dynamic so well. Like, okay, Andrew Neiman, as we find out even more throughout this movie, he is in need of validation, especially from this guy, because he's known as the guy, Fletcher. Great stuff. Like, I think this movie is so tight and concise. It doesn't waste any time at all. It's
Tight like this guy's snare.
tight like Andy Neiman's snare, brother.
Yeah. Well, also, he's playing like at night, I believe, too.
At night.
At night. So Fletcher sees him and he's like, this guy is dedicated.
Right.
He's playing by himself. He's like spending whatever off time he has playing drums. He's curious about that. I think the entire movie he cares more about dedication. And you're right, it's like he notices things that other people don't. And yeah, you're right. It is like there's no wasted time throughout the movie. I was surprised that, like, you know, because you don't normally, like, big movies like the Best Picture nominees, they're usually like 2.5 hours or like grand movies. This one was like very just like an hour. It was like an hour 45, and it felt
Yeah.
fast. Like
Yeah,
the movie kind of
it's-
just breezes by.
It's a very clean movie.
Yeah, I think this is honestly masterful filmmaking. Like, and I don't know shit about
yeah.
filmmaking, but like, there's like barely any characters. There's real like not really that dialogue heavy,
Yeah.
but it's telling you it's such a clear story.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so good. This is I'm gonna give my score right now. It's a 5 out of 5 for me, brother. Are you kidding me? Robbie, take us through.
Andrew goes to the movies with his dad, Paul Reiser. I think his name is Jimmy in the movie, or John, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Johnny, I think.
Yeah. They apparently go to the movies so often that the young lady, Nicole, at the counter knows their regular order because she asks, "No Swedish fish today?" And he's like, "Nah, not today."
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have any friends. That's kind of, he's a really interesting character because he's kind of a loner, and like they introduce this again with very few dialogue, because you see the other students at Schaefer, they're all like hanging out, they're talking, and he's just always by himself. He doesn't have anyone else that he relates to, so it's like his one hobby is like, I still hang out with my dad.
But like, it seems like they specifically go to the movies. That's all they do together.
It seems like that's like a tradition they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his dad still puts raisinets in his popcorn, and
well, that I think is deliberate.
mm-hmm.
And I think it's because throughout this movie, his dad clearly loves him. It's very clear. But he doesn't quite get him.
He doesn't understand him.
And the raisinets and the popcorn, like Andrew Neiman takes a handful of popcorn and he's like, "You didn't get any raisinets?" He's like, "I don't want any raisinets." And he's like, he just flat out says, "I don't get you."
Mm-hmm.
Well, he also asks, like, "Why didn't you say something?"
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and I think that kind of establishes this character as a guy who's like, he's not going to stand up for himself.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And normally in a movie like this, like his dad would be kind of like a dick, where he would like berate him, but his dad he doesn't understand him, but he's also like a loving, caring father. They establish right off the bat he's a good guy. He's an English teacher at a high school, never made it, or even really went for being like a writer, but it was kind of his, he didn't have any options at the time.
I think it's important that his dad's not a big deal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That informs Andrew's character.
And that clearly embarrasses Andrew, because when Simmons asks him what does his dad do for work, he goes, "He's a writer." "Oh, his college press, he's a high school teacher."
Yeah.
Which is weird because there's really nothing wrong. "Oh, my dad's
No.
a high school teacher."
But he wants to impress Fletcher.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Fletcher uses that just to
Yeah,
humiliate.
he does. And that's fucking rude, brother. If there's one way I would characterize Fletcher, that's a rude dude.
he's a rude dude.
And he's got quite the attitude.
He's a jerk.
The next morning, in Neiman's class, he's the backup drummer or whatever. After class, he goes walking out and he watches Simmons' class play. And I like how he ducks behind the door. Simmons just has this like feeling, or Fletcher just knows he's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's really good. Like,
Everyone tenses up.
yeah, but it's also like, Fletcher knows he's gonna pick this guy. He knows
Yeah.
it. And it's just all very, very good. Like, and the camera work and all this stuff. It's chef's kiss, brother.
The editing too, especially with all the music scenes, there's a lot of those like quick cuts.
Yes.
It reminds me almost like an Edgar Wright movie, the way it just goes back and forth like really quick.
I was thinking the same thing, yeah.
Like them warming up their instruments and everything. It just like captures that like fast-paced, just crazy environment that they're in.
Yeah. And
Especially with the sheet music, because you really get that sense of him being overwhelmed by how fast and how much he has to play.
yeah. Yeah.
It gets that anxiety feeling. That's what I think he was able to make drumming make you anxious. That constant repetitive nature, and it seems like like it tears them apart.
Even the very beginning, like Rob said, it starts with a snare hitting very slowly and then gradually building to a huge roll. And that's like this movie, you know? It's just like,
yeah.
okay, this is going. Oh my god, good lord, you know, it's a wild. It's so good, Robbie. I'm sorry, I keep gushing. Go ahead.
The next day, whatever, Andrew's in class. Simmons walks in, makes everyone play, and he chooses Miles Teller. And Simmons tells Teller to be in his room by 6 a.m. the next morning. And then the next morning, he wakes up late, he rushes to school, and it's all a prank or whatever. It's all hazing, because nobody else gets there until 9 a.m.
It was a test to see if he would do it.
Yeah. But
See
like
how
he
loyal
wouldn't
he
even
is.
know. He wasn't even there, you know? Like I did like how he enters the room like in the class that he picks Neiman in. He just like bursts the doors open and everybody's like, "Oh shit, it's Fletcher." And then like he has the drums play and he think like the cuz Andrew Neiman's the alternate. So the main thinks he's going. He's like, "No, not you.
Yeah.
You."
That
And
guy's
it's
such an asshole too, Tanner or whatever. He doesn't even say hello to him at first. He just is like,
yeah.
"Here, turn the pages when I tell you to." Like that's the first
Right.
thing he says.
And then when he yells at him, Paige!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But even the other professor, like, stops and just like,
Yeah.
he's like,
He's
all right,
like, I get it."
whatever you want, Fletcher.
yeah.
Well, that's great too. That first time he enters the door, and like everyone immediately shuts off, and he barely acknowledges the other professor. He's like, "Do you mind?" Like it just
Yeah.
shows he just does whatever he wants. He doesn't think
Yeah.
anything applies to him whatsoever. The way
Yeah.
he just slams open the door is like not even like, "Excuse me, are you guys busy?" Just like, "I'm coming in right now.
And-
this is what I'm gonna do."
Well, he mentions it a lot, but he's like, I have a reputation, you know,
Yeah.
and like that's clear. And I also like how he's just walking through. He's like, sax, okay, like trombones, okay, like he gives them a second to prove themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like he does that. He wants to see like how much power he has. You know,
Yeah,
it's like if
it's a
I have
power
them
trip.
play, if I just snap my fingers and they play, like that is control, and he wants to like keep them on constant guard. And you're right. It's like a set. Like he doesn't have any time to determine if they're good. It's not like, hey, play for like a few minutes, and then he's just like, nope.
Like, as a musician, like I'm inserting myself into this movie. My pants would be shitted to the brim. Like, somebody's like, "All right, well, play this." I'd be like, what is guitar?" Like, I wouldn't know what to fucking play.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody like that's like, you guys are comedians. Tell me a joke. Like, you're not gonna be like, "Oh, okay, boom, I got one lined up for whenever anybody asks me." Like, it's just like on the spot anxiety.
Mm-hmm. You're supposed to know anything immediately, and
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, here they have sheet music. He's supposed
That's true, but like he's saying, like, play it and it's got to sound the way I want it to sound. But,
Yeah.
like, we don't know. We have no reference. Look, what?
I think a lot of that he's making up, like a lot of the determination of like who meets the mark of tempo and tone. I think a lot of that's just kind of arbitrary. And he even mentions that when he humiliates the fat kid. He's like,
Yeah.
for the record, he wasn't off. He just didn't know. And so
Yeah.
it's
And
like
that's
he didn't
bad
kick the
enough.
person that was off out. He was just like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So it's almost just like it's whatever he says, and there really isn't
Yeah.
like a rhyme or reason. It's
Well-
just how he kind of feels in that moment.
Again, I also think he entered that room knowing I'm getting Andrew Neiman, but he just wanted to like show Andrew Neiman what kind of a fucking absolute asshole he is.
Yeah.
Like, he just goes through everyone. He's like, nope. Okay, you.
Yeah,
he knew
treats
the
people
whole
like
time he was only
commodities.
taking him.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't even view them as people. He views them as like commodities, which is why he keeps
Exactly.
saying, like, my band.
Right. And the more the movie goes, we learn more about him, and like, we'll get to that.
A few minor notes I just want to mention here. Teller goes back to the movies and he asks this young lady, Nicole, on a date. One, she plays a joke on him when she's like, "Get out."
Yeah.
But also he goes, "I know a great pizza place. You live in New York City, So does she.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he should have been like, I know a great like Thai restaurant or something, you know.
Yeah.
But
And then
it's-
when Teller is just like waiting in the room for everybody, when everyone's walking in, someone very clearly talks about someone having a foot fetish.
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
because they're still just like college kids. They're just trying to like, you know, they're still just talking shit. Like I think that's what the thing is. Fletcher treats them like adults when in reality most of them are. He's like, Neiman's like 19 years old, but he just immediately expects perfection. A lot of these people are like, yeah, this is what I'm doing between classes, you know, right before lunch.
Yeah.
But they all know that he's gonna be like, it's like military boot camp as soon as he gets in there.
Well, even in this scene here, Fletcher introduces Neiman to everyone. He goes, "We have a squeaker." So he's right away being a dick to him in front of everybody else. And this is where Simmons like, "Oh, we have an out-of-tune player." And when he accuses this one guy and he leaves the room crying, he goes, "Yeah, he didn't know, and that's bad enough."
Yeah.
Everybody take 10.
Yeah, and it,
Yeah.
yeah, well, it's interesting too because he starts off kind of friendly about it. He's like, I must have just heard something like that's how he kind of ropes you in throughout. Like he makes it seem like he's your friend at first, you know,
Yeah.
and then he goes in for the kill.
Yeah.
So this is where we learn that Teller's dad, Paul Reiser, is a high school teacher. And Simmons tells the story of Charlie Parker getting the nickname Birdman or Bird because he had a cymbal thrown at his head, and just tells him to relax.
So like that right there is so informative. It's like he even says like, "Oh, yeah, he threw a cymbal at his head." You get what I'm saying? And Andrew Neiman's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, so just take it easy." But like right there, he's actually just being straight up with him. He's like, "I'm gonna fucking push you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw a fucking cymbal at your head, dude."
but he does it in an empathetic way to where like
Right.
he makes Neiman think, oh, this guy's like, he's a nice guy. He might be kind of a dick. And he gets that information out of him about his dad and about his mom leaving him as a kid. He uses that just to then further humiliate him. Like that's the
Right.
only reason he asks any of those questions. He made it seem like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, this guy I can trust. I can open up to him.
Yeah, but in reality, he is straight up abusive.
Yeah. Because
Go ahead.
Simmons keeps making the band stop and telling Neiman that he's rushing and or dragging, and you really can't tell the difference listening until he finally just throws a chair at the kid.
He says,
I always thought
and
it's funny. What happened if the chair hit him? Like, how would that work?
he's like, any idea why I threw a chair at your head?
Yeah.
But like, if that chair had hit him, wouldn't they then have to like call the hospital? Because that's one of those like metal chairs that could
Oh.
have done like real damage.
Yeah.
It would be bad. But we also get a wonderful line here. "I will fuck you like a pig."
Yeah.
Insane.
Apparently,
It's an insane thing to say to a student.
the line was, "I will gut you like a fucking pig." But he misspoke and said, "I will fuck you like a pig." But the director was like, "I like fuck you like a pig a lot more." So I'm
That's a
gonna
lot
keep that
better.
Director's like, I fuck pigs, so
in. Yeah.
I like that a lot more. It's more relatable.
Yeah.
Neiman sheds a single tear, and we get this great line: "Are you one of those single tear people?" And then Fletcher makes him scream, "I'm upset!"
And he's like,
Yeah.
you are worthless. And then he delivers a bunch of slurs to gay people and Jewish people and the mentally challenged. He's very slur heavy off like the first 15 minutes. He
Very-
insults like every
Yep.
group.
Very Long Island
does.
comic.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be opening at the laugh off second round.
Well, he even says, like, "This is why your mother left your father." It's
Yeah, like
okay.
he weaponizes the information he got from him. It's crazy.
Yeah. And he realizes that's the only reason he asked me that is so that he can use that
Yeah.
as like a humiliation ritual to tell
Yeah.
all of these people who just met you, like really deep personal secrets about you.
But
what is he, a
I
woman?
Crying with the
I really like how
computer.
that scene starts because he's like, at first he's nice about it. He's like, not quite my tempo. it gradually becomes less friendly.
Yeah.
Like he instead of like not quite. Like he does a couple of those and then he's like rushing. Go ahead. He plays. He's like dragging. Okay, go ahead. And then finally he hurls the chair. It's like, damn, this guy's crazy, brother.
Well, it's terrifying. It is like terrifying to watch this. I remember when I watched this in theaters back in I was like in college at the time myself. It's like it is hilarious what he's saying, just like from an objective level, but it's just like one of those things where you feel just like the intensity, and because all the other students are also just like looking at the ground. They're all terrified. They don't want to be picked on as well. They're almost like relieved, like thank God it's him and not me that's getting the daily.
I think because all of them are there, they've probably all gone through this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
They immediately know, like, okay, this is because at first, you know, like you said earlier, when they go into the classroom, they're all just chatting. You know, they're like, just
they're regular people,
college kids. And then as soon as the door opens up, it's just a pin drop. Everyone, he has that kind of power where just, as soon as he gets in the door.
Yeah, that's how I run my second grade class too.
That's fucking good.
Dude.
You gotta keep those kids in line, man.
Dude. Neiman goes on a date with Nicole from the movie theater. This is where we learn that the girl's mother was also apparently really cruel and said that she would never get a boyfriend because of her big chin. Very funny, but this never comes back, as well as something else later on, or a little bit later on, that never kind of comes back, and I don't really need it, if I'm being honest.
About the big
What
chin.
Well, like, I don't care about this girl. I don't need to know about her mother making fun of her having a big chin.
Yeah.
I don't really care. They don't, because she disappears at one point and then never comes back.
Until the last scene, right? You see her.
That's she's really just something to help characterize Neiman and his progression throughout the movie, because
Yeah, so I don't need this whole scene about her being like,
Right.
yeah, my mommy told me I had a big chin.
No, she's not really a character, more of like a plot development point.
yeah, but like I think
needs
it's
something,
good
though.
to establish that okay, this could be a real relationship,
Right.
you know, and this is a pretty realistic dialogue, you know.
I guess, but this is your first date and she's talking about fucking childhood trauma? That's
I think
a
it
red
works 'cause
flag,
they're both
brother
awkward.
bear.
Well, I mean,
I'm out skis. Oh
don't know,
no,
I
she's
think-
crazy.
I think
pretty
it's
cute, though.
I think she's normal.
Sister's got mommy
Yeah.
issues. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
I wouldn't say it's mommy issues. I wouldn't go that far. You said, hey,
Well, I
my
think
mom
it's good
said
they
I got a
established
big
they're
shit.
both awkward. Like that's
Yeah,
what makes the
yeah.
date well. Is that like I agree. Like you could almost see them working as a couple because the first date is a little awkward. They don't really know what to say. They're just kind of getting to know each other, and they're a little too like oversharing. But it works almost because like they're kind of similar in that regards. So it is showing like, oh, this is the potential that he's losing out on later is like a real relationship with someone.
Right,
But
But they don't date long enough. Like, they don't date long enough for when they break up for it to have any emotional impact. Like, what were you guys together for? A couple weeks? All right.
Well, I don't know how long this takes place over.
When he breaks up with her, she's like really upset. And for me, that was like, it was less about like, oh, I really care for this guy, and more he was just being a complete asshole in the way he did it.
Yeah.
He didn't need to
I thought-
explain his whole reasoning behind that.
Well, I think that was really informative to where he is at that time. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be the greatest mode," and he like proactively, he's like, "I'm gonna break up because you're gonna bring me down," and she's like, "So you're saying I'm gonna bring you down, and you know that for a fact?" He's like, "Yeah."
He's not wrong there.
No. I mean, he's not
you
wrong. He's
can't-
just like he's invalidated. He is pretty
Right.
mean
He's
about
he's
it.
saying like
But,
you're gonna get in my way.
But no, because he's telling her out, like, up front, listen, I don't have the time to put in that a relationship requires. I'm focusing on my drumming. And that's a totally fair thing to say. This is obviously all within the span of one semester in college.
But he didn't
Yeah.
say it like that though. He was saying it
Yeah, he
more
was-
of like you
No,
don't have
because she
yourself
said to
a-
him, so you think I'm going to bring you down? She put the words in his mouth, so he was like, I guess.
when you put it like
He
that.
wasn't like, I guess. He was like, yes.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing was, she was basically saying like, oh, you think I don't have a life of my own? Like, I think that's kind of what she was taking out of that. Like, you don't think I'm not gonna have time for myself, you know? So it's like, it's almost like, oh, you're so important that if I don't need you, I'm gonna be unhappy. And you're right, he is like, I also thought like, they only knew each other, they only went on like one date, but I felt like it was more just like the way he was breaking up with her was pretty rude, like straight up.
It was rude, yeah. I thought it was rude, and it's informative to like he's becoming more like Fletcher, like I'm a dick now.
Yeah.
I mean, he starts off rude with her because on their first date, he's like, "Why the fuck do you go to Fordham?
Yeah.
You dumb bitch."
Well, he's very pretentious. That's kind of one of his flaws.
Yeah.
He kind of thinks he's more important than other people.
That's jazz, baby.
Which is why he doesn't have any friends, really, because like he kind of puts himself above everyone else, even his classmates.
I mean, he's right to do so because it turns out she doesn't like Fordham, apparently.
Yeah.
Who cares?
She broke up and.
Well, she said she's homesick.
Yeah.
And she doesn't like
dates
that
some
other
guy
people
that
don't say that they
hates
are.
jazz too.
Yeah.
At the end there.
Well, got him.
The director must really love jazz himself, Damien Chazelle, because the next movie he made was La La Land. Which is all about jazz. So I guess that's like his thing.
It'd be funny if he hated jazz.
It's like, I really hate jazz, so I'm gonna make every person that's into jazz look like a piece of shit in all of my movies.
I'm more of a rockabilly guy.
Right. Yeah, I just want to make everyone that's into jazz look like psychopaths in all my movies.
We're at the Overbrook Jazz Competition, and Teller loses the sheet music for the main drummer between sets, and the normal drummer can't play without sheet music in front of him, so Simmons definitely took the sheet music, right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
that was I was gonna go under questions. Do you
I think so
that-
too. I think he also did that.
I don't know how. Moved like a gust of wind.
Yeah.
I think it's funny too, because Tanner, the guy that's the main drummer, is so like overconfident. He's like berating Andrew, and then when he's put under the spotlight by Fletcher, he completely like cowers.
Yeah.
And folds immediately, and it shows like they only have confidence as long as they're not in the hot seat.
Right.
And it's funny that he became a fraud. Like he can't, it's funny he even says like, I have a medical condition where I can't know the music unless.
Yeah.
Like, was he calling Sanjay Gupta?
Yeah.
You have a medical condition?
Yeah. Is that what he
has
says
this,
to
like,
like some random person who like probably worked at the theater? He's like, "Get out of my face before I demolish you."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can still see you, Mini-Me.
He doesn't even look at him too. He just knows he's there. Just get the fuck out.
Yeah. It's great stuff.
At the next rehearsal, Teller is named the core drummer and the other guy's the alternate. Teller then has dinner with his family, and his family dismisses his drumming compared to other family member accomplishments. Like, one of them plays football. I do like Neiman being like, you're Division 3, right?
Yeah.
You're not even Division 2.
His brother's on like the Model UN in high school. Like his other cousin.
Yeah.
But like, this is weird because this is like if someone went to Juilliard and your family just brushed it off. Like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
I think they just don't understand that nobody gets him. That's the whole thing. Like, nobody gets him.
I get that, but like, again, this feels like it's kind of like out of nowhere, because like the only family member we've ever met and we ever see again is Paul Reiser.
Yeah, his
See,
dad, right?
I took it as like Paul Reiser doesn't want his son to pursue that creative lifestyle because he himself chose not to pursue the creative lifestyle, and he kind of has seen how going at the school has stressed Neiman out and made him unhappy, and he doesn't want him to go down that dark path, because he even says like previously, like he's like Neiman's like, he likes me, and his dad's like, oh, you really care if he likes you, huh? Like, he kind of sees like this is really getting to him. It's not like a healthy thing of like, oh, I'm playing on the band.
Right.
It's more of like a really intense thing that's making him driving him crazy.
But it's not the dad here who dismisses the drumming. It's all the other family.
It's the uncle. Yeah.
But again, this is a guy who's going to a major institution for this.
Right.
You know, this isn't a guy who's 19, not going to school, working part-time at Wendy's and plays drums in a rock band.
Right.
He's going to a prestigious music school, and again, this is something that just comes out of nowhere and then never comes back.
Do you think it's like
Well,
a jocks versus artist kind of thing too?
I think that's what they're trying to go with.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes back just in other ways. It's you know, kind of like what Jack was saying, like the dad. It's kind of, you could see this as an abusive relationship, like Neiman and Fletcher, and the dad is somebody on the outside of the abusive relationship who's like, hey, that's clearly abusive, but the people on the inside, they don't see it.
But
Right.
none of them are saying that at this dinner table here.
No, I'm just saying.
You know, this
the
is all
overall
things. This is
theme.
all headcanon from you guys, and it's like this dinner table is then just shitting on him playing drums and not playing sports.
I wouldn't call it headcanon. I'd call it like, you know, like, I don't know, like we're analyzing the things.
But I'm
that
talking
the
about this
directors-
scene, like right here, that like just disappears.
The dad definitely knows. Yeah, I mean, like, the dad definitely knows he's unhappy, right? But yeah, the family stuff. This is only the only time we see like his cousins, and it's kind of showing how he doesn't really have anyone in his life that he can really
Right.
confide in.
I
Neiman
think that's
doesn't
what
have
the
it.
scene is doing. It's showing like Neiman. He flat out says what his goals are. He's like, I want to be one of the greatest. I don't care if I die early. You know, like they say, what if you die in a ditch? You know, at
Charlie
35
Parker.
from heroin. You know, and he's like, well, I'd be one of the greats, wouldn't I? Like he was one of the greats. And they're like,
Charlie
well,
Parker died at 34.
Charlie Parker didn't have any friends. He's like, well, we weren't friends with Charlie Parker, were we? You know, like, and I also really like the line. He's like, why don't you come play with us? He's like, oh, those are some words you'll never hear from, you know, the NFL
Yes.
or whatever. Like, that's great. That's great
Yeah.
stuff. Also, very rude, guys. This dinner got really heated. I also really enjoy when a really heated thing happens and then somebody's like, who wants dessert? And that's how that scene ends. I really like that.
That's a
It-
common.
like-
that's a typical like the ant trying to keep.
Yeah,
the
the
peace,
aunt was just
you
like,
know?
well, I got cake. Anybody want cake?
I made muffins for everyone.
Like everybody said some irreparable shit to each other. And she's like, I made muffins.
Well, the uncle's a straight up asshole too, because he's just like, you don't have any friends, Andy. Like he's, you know, it's like, it's just hearing that from his uncle. I think it does a great job of personifying Andy that really doesn't have anyone in his life. He doesn't have a
Right.
family that's like understands him. He doesn't have any close friends. The only real close relationship wasn't even that close. It was just that girl that he goes on a date with, and he's just pushing her away because he thinks she'll be a distraction. So it shows
Right.
he doesn't really value human relationships that much, which is why Fletcher is able to just get inside his head, because he has no escape from this. It's all he hears is like, he has no social life, so it's just he goes into work, this guy screams at him, and then he goes home and he has nobody to talk to about this.
And he plays drums. That's it. Like,
Yeah, that's all he
his
does.
whole life is just practicing to get better so he could impress Fletcher.
So yeah, so he can impress this guy who's like a monster to him.
Yeah.
But like that, I think that helps like show like, okay, this guy, he has no outlet, and it's like, if you have nobody to talk to, you would, most people, like, if you told a friend about this, they would be like, well, that is this guy's a criminal, and you should
No,
probably sue his
most
ass."
people, if you told a friend about it, your friend would be like, "It is what it is."
Ugh.
Most
you gotta get
people,
better friends.
most people would say to you, "It is what it is. What are you gonna do?"
Well,
and if
I
you
think
talked about it too much, they'd say, "I'm not your therapist. Cut it out."
Robbie
I don't
hangs
wanna hear
out
about
with
this teacher slapping me.
Robbie hangs
Rob,
out
did
with-
you have a teacher that slapped you? Is that weird?
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't see the point. Like, the guy just wants to be great. I get that where this guy's coming from. Like, ditch
Yeah.
the lady, ditch the family, and work on being great. That's awesome.
But this
I mean, that is
obsession
ultimately
with-
what he does, you know, at the end.
Yeah. I
It is
just
a
don't
trade-off.
need.
But
I just don't need the family shit.
The whole thing is, it's playing into the abuse. It's all. This is all.
Right.
I would say it's a metaphor for an abusive relationship.
Yeah,
He
but
can't
if
get
this
away
is what
from
it's
it.
taking for him to be great, like,
Well, that's the
Yeah, but you
argument
can't get
that
away
Fletcher's
from it,
making.
though.
And it's working.
Sure.
He's working his ass off.
Yeah, but I think that's, is this good or is this bad?
Good.
In what way?
That's what college is for. It's to work hard.
But
Okay.
I don't think any other professors do that shit, though. I think that was like an anomaly. And I think the scene basically is just like he has nobody to talk to. He gets shit from his family and from his teachers, and he's not getting any women into him because they all think he's a sullen loner type. And so he has like nothing else like keeping him happy. Like the drums just make him insane, essentially. I think that's the ultimate trade-off, right? Because at the end, you're right, he does choose like the path to greatness, but it's almost like depending on your perspective, which is there's no right or wrong perspective. You could view this like he's a success because he got what he wanted, and maybe Fletcher was right in pushing him that, or you could also look at it as like a sad ending,
Right.
where
It's like
he
the
has
cycle
no
of abuse continues, right? And it's
And
great.
even-
Either way, it's great.
Yeah.
Fucking great ending.
because in the end, even he still felt like he had to prove himself to Fletcher. That was kind of
Yeah,
what he
whether it's a prove yourself because fuck you or prove yourself because I need to prove myself to you, either way, he fucking did it,
Yeah,
It's cool.
And that means
I like how it leaves with that feeling of,
Fletcher,
like, yeah, okay.
his methods worked.
Ultimately, yeah.
And
But
that's the important message.
is that a good thing?
Yes. The ends justify the means, Brother Bear.
Yeah,
I
but
don't,
what
I don't
about,
know
like,
that. I don't know, man.
I
don't know.
don't really necessarily agree. I feel like Fletcher is clearly the villain because you're right.
Yeah.
Music is supposed to be about. I mean, obviously, it's about you want to be successful, right? That's the main reason why most people do it. But like to completely annihilate your self-esteem and ambition, I feel like there are other ways of doing it. If anything, it's almost like I'd say like if musicians watch this, they would just be like, I'm not gonna go to school for this. I'm just gonna do this on my own.
I don't wanna get
people
slapped.
Well,
screaming in my face.
I would never recommend, as someone who never went to school for music, I would never recommend people
Yeah.
going to school for music. Music's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed
Yeah.
to be school.
I think
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
compares it to Full Metal Jacket once, and like talking about that, like
Yeah.
how it's like that for music.
Well, I will say when at my short time doing music in school, I learned a lot of basics that I was able to like build on. So I think like teaching the basics and then being like be free, like do your
No.
thing with those. That's
I'm not
cool.
saying don't take lessons,
No, of course.
but I'm saying don't fucking lock yourself into sitting there going, I'm going to have people tell me how music's supposed to be played.
Right. He does a good job of justifying himself in the end. I thought you almost gain sympathy for himself as a character because
He explains himself, yeah.
yeah, well, and he's also like has that casual conversation where they're just drinking beers and talking after they saw Fletcher himself perform, and it shows like he's a human.
Let's get to that.
Oh, sorry, jumping
Yeah,
ahead.
you're good.
Teller practices the song Caravan until he punches a hole in his snare. The shot of him dipping his bloodied hand into the ice water is really cool.
Excellent.
I really like the constant damage he's doing to his hands.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
body horror film, It's like it's just so fucking hard to see that shit.
I don't know, man. You don't handle gore well, do you?
I do, but I mean, like it's not as gory as something like, like I recently watched like The Substance from last year. That there's a lot of like body, but this one, yeah, there is a lot of like self mutilation, and if you want to
Right.
get like metaphorical, it's like he's chipping away at his identity, his persona,
Yeah.
while physically like hurting himself like that.
Everyone who's played the drums before has smacked their hand against the rim
Yes.
snare before and just been like, owie.
Yeah. I actually recently on Facebook Memories, I apparently took a picture of my hand all bloody, holding a drumstick. That's rock and
You're
roll,
still
brother.
You're still going on Facebook, huh?
Yeah, for Marketplace.
We got him. Send him in.
Is it a crime to go on Facebook?
Yeah, probably.
Depends what you're looking at.
The cops come in. They're like, I don't know. He said.
He
I
said
don't know,
probably.
we're gonna cuff you.
Facebook.
Figure it out at the station.
At rehearsal, J.K. Simmons comes in and tells the band that he had a former student that died in a car accident. We learn later on that that is not true.
Yeah. We show his emotional, his vulnerable side, right? He even
Yeah.
cries in that, which is like
Yeah.
shocking to all the students. They're just like,
Well,
wait, he's a human being?
He gets that phone call when he like, because it's going well for a while. Like him and Neiman and like he's playing in the band is going well, but then I guess Fletcher's like, nah, he could do better. So he brings in that guy from his old class,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, he's gonna be our new guy. And Neiman's like, the fuck? And he like storms into Fletcher's office, and Fletcher is distraught, and he's like, not now. And that's because he got the phone call that kid died.
He was weak.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, also, Neiman was so completely rude to Connolly, the other drummer in that scene. It shows like he's kind of like losing his grip on how to be a human being, like slowly,
Yep.
you know, where he's become singular towards getting that spot. And I think Fletcher just brought Connolly in, like he even explains that he just brings that guy in to just drive him even more.
Yeah.
It's like he's trying to get under his skin, so he's like using another person,
Right.
like
Well-
just for that one purpose.
Neiman being a dick to that other drummer is a great parallel to earlier when the other drummer just slams the booklet into Neiman. He's like, turn my
Yeah.
pages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
the cycle of abuse.
Yeah, and we see what Fletcher does to these kids. He makes them
Mhm.
great musicians.
Right. That other drummer could have been like a really nice kid at first, you know, and then he's just completely. He thinks like, and that's why I ultimately disagree with, because I don't think people need to become giant assholes in order to be successful.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. Seems like you do.
You know. I
I
mean,
don't-
look at you. You're not successful and you're giant assholes.
That is true. That is true. I am a failure and a giant asshole. But you know what they say? I should kill myself.
Okay.
J.K. Simmons tortures the drummers, and he makes them practice Caravan for hours on end. I really like him insulting the guy for trying to fix the seat height. He's like, oh, is that the problem?
Yeah.
That's your seat height, huh?
I like how he says to the rest of the band, he's like, strap in, we're going all night. And everyone's
You gotta take a dump and get a cup of coffee, and
Yeah.
they do. He's just like, well, they
Yeah.
figure like we need to leave there because he's just gonna continue to scream at this guy, and we don't
Yeah.
want.
all three of the drummers, and they're all like bloody and sweaty. And then finally Neiman gets the double time, whatever the fuck he's doing, and he's like, Neiman, you earned the part. Now one of you clean the blood off my drumstick.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like when they say like blood, sweat, and tears. They really have all three like actively in that scene throughout the whole. Like,
Yeah.
he really just and yeah, at the end, it's not even like, you know, good job, try for next time. He's just like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Simmons walks out and goes to the rest of the band. All right, we can start now. It's been hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Um.
And he even
Because at
that's-
the end, it's like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he brings up he's like, no wonder why your mother left you. Like, dude,
You didn't need to say
playing
that.
drums, brother. My mom
insane.
left me because I couldn't do double time. Come on.
Yep. That makes sense to me.
She saw you playing Caravan. And
Yeah.
the
She's like, my son
exact-
cannot play Caravan in double time.
On the way to the next competition, Teller's bus gets a flat tire. He rents a car and he leaves his sticks at the car rental place and has to go back for them, resulting in a car accident. And Teller does his best, but he's injured and he can't keep up with the band. Simmons tells him that he's done, and Teller then attacks him in front of a group of judges. This all happens very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a real nail biter. Like, you see him, it very subtly shows that he left the
Subtly,
sticks.
it zooms in on the sticks.
But it's like a second. Like, he picks up stuff off of but the sticks are under it. Like, he picks up the paperwork over it. So it's like, blink and you miss it. And then, like, he gets there, he's like, no, it's my fucking part. And Fletcher's like, well, you're late. Like, fuck you. But you notice, like, Neiman's standing up to him, and Fletcher he knows he's good, so Fletcher's like not being like, fuck you, get out. He is like, listen, if you get your fucking sticks, I guess you can play it.
Yeah.
Like,
And well,
you're
Neiman
the
starts
only
to
one who can
stand
do
up.
it.
He starts to like stand up and actually like he was late, but he still, you know, was like, I'm going on there. And I think like Fletcher respected that, because at first he's like, you know, when he first meets him, he is just like a dancing monkey that does whatever he says.
Right.
But Neiman starts to have more agency and just like, fuck you. Like he starts to feel more confident, and in a way like Fletcher's like, all right, I guess you're here, you're playing. And almost also I think he just wanted to see like what would happen, because he sees he's clearly bloody.
Yeah.
And,
Well, that was
Everyone-
before he gets the car accident. That's before that, because he shows up without the sticks, and he's like, "Shut
Right, yeah,
up,
I'm
turn
talking
my
about
pages,
afterwards.
bitch."
Right.
That's one kid, and then he gets into the car accident. I like how the guy who hit him is like, "Are you okay?" He's like, it's only a couple blocks away." He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Right. He slammed him with a truck.
Yeah,
Like a
you should be
18-wheeler.
dead. But like, he gets there, he's all bloody, and Fletcher's just looking at him like, "What the fuck?" And yeah, he goofs it because he's probably got a concussion,
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fucked up.
broken arm.
It
Yeah,
would be funny if he didn't nail it though, and he was just like, I guess I'll still.
I think that if he didn't tackle Fletcher, I think he would have been all right. He would have like been able to come back and like just do it again,
Maybe.
Yeah.
But he snaps.
Yeah, there's a movie that came out like a few years ago called Tar. It was like a big movie nominated for Best Picture, and they with Kate Blanchett. And I realized like rewatching the last scene of that movie, or one of the last scenes of that movie, kind of not rips it off. Basically, does the same thing where she just goes insane and tackles a person, the conductor on stage.
Spoiler alert.
Doing this. Yeah, well, it's fine. But it would have been great to just be in that scene, like an audience member. Like, is this part of the production?
Yo, this jazz band's sick.
This guy gets tackled on stage.
They just opened up a pit on the stage. This shit's sick, brother. Well,
This is all for the. I think he should have just went after, like, guys, this was all part of the performance.
yeah,
This is the
Like,
drummer's
Open up the fucking pit!
yeah. Open this fucking jazz band up.
have blood
like-
on the snare drum and.
I think that J.K. Simmons is one of the more intimidating human beings I've ever seen on film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's scary, and he's also like a pretty strong dude. Like,
Yeah,
they
you ever
fucking-
see those pictures of him like lifting weights?
Hey, he's
Yeah.
yoked.
Dude's fucking
He got,
jacked.
yeah, I think he really got jacked for that movie Red One, where he plays jacked Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
this one he is pretty jacked though. He's constantly wearing like these tight, he's
Yeah.
got fucking
He's a
biceps.
big
He's-
strongman. He's a huge large man. A
If that
large
dude- if
huge
you
man.
saw that guy staring at you, like grilling it, like I would, how do you not fold under that?
I'd say, fuck you, Baldy!
I feel like
Make your own
you'd end
fucking
up
picture of Spider-Man.
I think you'd end up paste.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what I'd say? Are you J.K. Simmons?
Can you mind?
The only
taking a
person
picture?
ever like takes advantage of J.K. Simmons is the Green Goblin in Spider-Man 1.
That's
It's
true.
the only time we ever see him on the receiving end of getting abused. He's always like
True.
yelling at people.
Yeah, and Green Goblin was like, "Not quite my tempo."
Yep, that's it.
Remember that? So then we get that investigator who's like,
Yeah, Teller gets kicked out of school, and his father brings him to a lawyer, and he's like, hey, that other guy killed himself. Do you want to complain about Simmons? He's like, yes. All right.
Yeah.
well, like, he's hesitant.
Yeah.
But just he's got nothing left. Like his dream has been crushed. That one girl
Right.
like, gave him a chance. He has no shot. So he's just like, fuck it. What do I have to lose at this point?
Well,
Yeah.
we also
Takes
after
that
this,
down.
we see that his life is returning to normal, and like things are like slow and steady. Things are getting back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
he happens to walk past that jazz club and he sees Fletcher's playing.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
see
he has, like,
J.K.
the humble
Simmons plays piano.
Well, Teller has like given up drumming by this point, and then he's like, "Hey, let me go in and watch this guy who abused me."
Right. Well, I think this is again an allegory for abusive relationships because what happens? Like, all right, you get abused, then you fight back, then maybe it gets broken up, maybe by mutual breakup, or like the police get involved or something. Like they both got separated, and then what happens? Eventually, somebody might.
I saw a post on Instagram, so I liked it, and we started talking again, and one thing led to another.
So this is kind of like that, and it's like, I like how they make eye contact, and he's like, "Fuck," and he tries to dip, and he's like, "Andrew," he's like, "Oh," and then they have a great talk.
I mean, that's probably the most interesting thing that, like, because it shows like, yeah, his life has gone back to normal and it's healthy, but he's probably also pretty bored. So it's like seeing that guy, like, that's probably the most like interesting thing that's happened in a while. He probably thought I would never see this guy ever again.
Right.
And he's like, I want to see what this guy, like, this guy has been berating all of us forever. What is this guy like when he actually plays music? We don't see that musician aspect of him.
That's true.
Just join a band, dude.
You can equate this again to an abusive relationship where you stay for one reason or another. Like maybe you stay because the sex is great, or you stay because, I don't know, that person is a steady income for you or whatever. Like he's missing that drive that he got from Fletcher.
I think this guy should get a job and join a band.
He does get a job. He works at like a deli or something, right? We see him working at like on a counter.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah,
register.
so all right, things looking up. Just join a rock band. What's the fucking problem?
He's gonna be in the Royds.
Hey, we'll take him.
Yeah, we would have fucking loved to have him in 2014.
Seems pretty intense.
Dude, honestly, that's fine. That's what we need.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, who
Someone
got this
dedicated
fucking
to
blood
the
on my
cause.
snare drum?
Yeah, who's getting blood all over my kit?
That's sick.
It's fucking Neiman. But I love when he sees him playing, he almost gets respect because you see Fletcher, he's like at complete peace, right? This guy has like been angry this whole movie.
Yeah.
When he's actually playing the piano, there's like a softness to him.
Yeah.
Like, you see him, he's not angry. He's like, it's and Neiman smiles because it's like, it's the irony of that. He doesn't have this intensity about him when he's playing himself.
But he does also kind of mention when they're talking, he's like, no, like this shit, that ain't, this isn't what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like
he loves teaching. And he just has, he has his own way. But the scene when they're talking also is great because they're just having beers, because Fletcher is almost portrayed as like this like inhuman monster that's like everyone's terrified of. But at the end of the guy, he's just a guy. He's just like it's what makes him one of the best villains in movie history because he is just he's a regular guy. He's a college professor, but he can be an absolute monster, and showing that dichotomy of perspectives.
Like he explains himself, and I like that Neiman says like, well, is there a line? Like, does it ever go too far? And he's like, no, because like the Charlie Parker wouldn't give up. Like he wouldn't be like, hey, you went too far. Like, no, you just continue to be great. And it's such a great scene because it informs the rest of the movie. It's like, are you gonna say, hey, that's the line, or are you gonna be like, no, I'm gonna continue to be great? And I think that the next scene, when Fletcher's like, think about it, take the weekend to think about it, I'm playing this jazz thing, think about it. Then he calls the girlfriend, or the ex-girlfriend, and he's like,
this is so funny.
But he's like, you want to, maybe see this thing? Like, he's trying to get his life together. And I think that if she was like, sure, and there was no boyfriend, he would have given up.
Yeah, I agree. He'd be like, fuck off, Fletcher.
She was the last thing that would have grounded him. But she's like, nah, maybe I'll see if my boyfriend could come. You could see him. He's like, you ever see those old skits with the guy Laszlo from Things We Do in the Shadows? What's his name?
Matt Berry.
Matt Berry. He's like, he's helping these ladies, like, I don't know, this lady's like moving a fish tank or something. And he's like, oh, let me help you with that. And they're talking and they're like flirting. And then she's like, "Oh yeah, my boyfriend." He's like, "Fuck you!" And he drops the fish tank and explodes. There's like a couple of skits like that. It's fucking great.
Oh, that's funny.
But it was like that.
Yeah, I mean that is like, he's hesitant, but it's also like he loves to drum, right? And he sees it as like, hey, this is an opportunity back for me. And what I love also about when Fletcher's explaining himself is he is sincere in his convictions. Like, he really does believe, like, this is what I have to do. And he says, like, he's like, you know what, I tried to find the next Charlie Parker. He's like, most people don't try. And, you know, he's true. A lot of, like, you know, some teachers, professors just take it easy. You know, they're just like, but he's like, he really wants to mold people into, like, the next best thing. And, like, this is his reason of why he believes it's to do that, because he doesn't, you know, he says, like, hey, if you really you need to break someone down in order for them to grow from that. And there's been, you know, it's weird because when I've watched this again and like I'm still wrestling with whether or not like any of his points have legitimacy, because in a way he is right that it's like if you're too coddling, you can prevent success. You know, it's like never be too comfortable. Right.
Well, I
never think, oh, what I did is great.
I think you need a healthy balance of like the coddling and fear. You need like a healthy balance of those two things, and that breeds the best of both worlds. You know, like I don't know.
He doesn't achieve that balance. That's why I think he's wrong. Like, he is wrong in that, like, because I do think he could have prevented some kid from being great. You know, that guy, Sean Casey, might have been just, like, the best fucking person.
Well, yeah, there's the whole thing, like, everybody learns differently, right? Like, you can't just approach like, I know as, you know, I'm teaching second grade, like, yeah, it's second grade, it's nothing like this, but, like, I can't use the same discipline for every kid because it doesn't work on everybody. Like, you have to change it up. With this guy, you know, he's just like, nah, you just got to push people until they fucking cry, and then if they come back the next day, okay, they're better.
Plus, I think it's about his ego too. You know, that's why he's full of shit, because he constantly references my band. This is my band, and I think that's what it's about. Is for him when they win that award earlier in the movie, they're all just standing next to each other, all the band members like soldiers, and he comes out and he takes center stage and gives a bow and accepts it. So I think for this whole thing, it's really about his own sense of satisfaction.
In fairness, if you ever watch a band with a conductor, for some reason the conductor always takes all the credit.
Yeah, it's like,
because they apparently they arranged everything and all that.
Yeah, but like even watching a high school band, everyone will stand up and give the conductor like a standing ovation. And if you ever go watch like your relative, like a younger relative playing a high school band, it's like, we're not here for you, conductor.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in college. It's like, we're not here for you. If this was the fucking Philharmonic, sure. But when I'm watching a student or we're going to see like a younger relative, no, you sit the fuck down, conductor.
Like, how hard is it to just wave a stick for a bunch of 15-year-olds?
Well, the thing is, like, when they're that age, they're just reading the sheet music. They're not watching you wave your stick around.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I think I don't know. I've never done it.
Yeah, I mean, I think for him, this is...
Andy,
this is
you've
like
waved your stick around 15-year-olds before.
Robbie cubed.
Very good.
Robbie what was the one we were discussing earlier?
Rob Lash.
Rob Lash.
You know...
Do you change your name for each movie, or is it just...
I do. I'm very clever.
Okay.
He's very clever.
Yeah. You know, when Andy found out we were doing Whiplash, he thought we were doing Quiplash, and I had to tell him to tone down all the slurs.
Whiplash.
You know, like the game Quiplash from Jackbox?
I don't know that one.
Alright, well, Andy's a real slur fountain.
Ah. Well, then this movie's a perfect choice, because you got almost every slur.
True.
You got...
Well, like, so Neiman shows up to the concerto, right? And I love it. I love this entire scene is exceptional. Like, off the bat, Fletcher just walks up to him. He's like, hey, you think I'm a fucking idiot?
Yeah.
Neiman's like,
I know
I
it's
could
you.
see that
What are you
coming.
talking
I was
about?
like, I was
He's
like, there's
like,
no
I know-
way Fletcher doesn't know it's him. You
right,
know?
well, he's like, I know it was you. And now I'm finna fuck you up, brother.
It's also, why would Neiman not think this is a trap, too? That's what was always funny to me, because it's like, the guy, you know...
Neiman is pretty naive from the start. He's a naive guy. And, like, Fletcher is coming off so sincere, especially in their talk at the restaurant. Like, he's giving him an insight to who he is. And he's like, wow, this guy, you know, maybe outside of school, maybe he's like a regular guy. Maybe we could just be peers rather than, you know, this guy beating the shit out of me with his words.
I think it's pronounced pears.
Very good, Robbie.
They're growing pear trees.
Yep, and they play a song that he has no idea. And he tries, but it's not working
The
out.
bass player's like, what the fuck are you doing, idiot?
What are you fucking doing, dude? And rightfully so. I'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, this is in front of, like, the biggest audience they're ever gonna have.
Right.
You know?
But then, like, he's humiliated. He walks off. His dad runs because he sees what happens. And it's such a great scene. Like, his dad, he's like, all right, let's go. Let's get out of here. This is over. And you see him. He's like, no, I'm going to fuck. You know what? You want to push me? You know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
go do a big drum solo.
I'm gonna hit some drums, brother. But like,
he shows command.
And he goes,
yeah, and it's great.
And everyone's like, what the fuck is this?
Like, what? This is
jazz.
Yeah, he starts hitting the drums.
He tells him, he's like, just follow my lead. Like, that's what he says to the other guy.
That's jazz, baby. But I have a question. When Neiman leaves, the drum stool is empty. There's no drummer. And they're about to continue. Were they about to continue with no drummer?
I guess so.
Maybe they get someone. Yeah, because there's no
Should
guy.
have a backup, brother.
There probably is a backup there, or Fletcher's gonna go.
That would be crazy.
Maybe they get someone else to do it. But what's great about this, too, is he finally shows that he's in control, right? He's no longer taking orders. He's like, you know what, fuck you. If you're gonna try to trick me, then I'm just going to get ahead of the curve and just play whatever I want to play to begin with. And I'm going to do it in front of all these people because I can't make it seem like I'm being insubordinate, because then you lose all your power. So you have to, as a conductor, just assume that this is what we're doing. Because if he tried to be like, hey, stop doing that, then like the whole show would be over. So he's like, I have to get ahead of the game there.
It's really good because he's playing and like the camera goes down to the drums and you see Fletcher in the distance. And he's looking like, what are you doing, brother? And then the camera goes down again, and then it goes back up, and Fletcher's right there. He's like right out the kit, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing, Neiman? And he's just like, fuck you. I like how he's playing and he's mouthing, fuck you. It's so great. I love it.
The cymbal even hits him in the chin there. Like, he's just fighting like to get the real.
Yeah, it's so good. And like he's playing, and he turns to the bass player. He's like, Caravan.
Yeah.
Like this, and the bass player's like, all right, fuck it.
Jazz, baby. Like the one thing I think we didn't mention here is the lighting that always stood out to me, because the movie is very much dimly lit, except like the music scenes are great because they're all have this like yellow tinge to them. Yeah. And you almost see like the intensity as they get more intense, the brightness gets through. And that to me always stood out of like a unique way to like light those scenes. Just like all the focus is on the musicians when they're playing.
Yeah.
And it almost like the audience is almost secondary because you rarely ever see the audience.
Yeah, they're
except
barely there.
The first time I watched this, I remember seeing like a shot where he views his girlfriend, and she's there with like her boyfriend. And it's weird because I rewatched this like the other day, and that scene wasn't there. So I'm like, did I imagine this, or
yeah,
I think I might, because I always thought like, oh, that's just showing his choice, right? He chose not to be with her, you know. And it's like he could have had a nice life, like, oh, just me, like a nice simple life. Maybe he could have been a music teacher, just like his dad, you know, at some high school, and you know. But it's like, if he really wanted to go with that, you're right. I think he did have to just cut her off and like go 100%. Like if, you know, if you really want to be like the next big thing, in a way you have to sacrifice those like relationships.
Well, yeah, he chose the path of greatness, which means you're an asshole. You isolate yourself from everyone around you, and you're the greatest.
I don't take it like that. I think it's a guy who, like, you have to sacrifice when you want to put yourself forward like that. Like, let's be totally honest. The three of us live very boring, meaningless lives. You know what I mean? Like,
Disagree.
because we never put ourselves into like, I'm gonna dedicate myself to something. So like, I understand where this guy's coming from.
Speak for yourself, brother.
Like, this guy is working to be great. I appreciate that. And like the message of like, no, you gotta fucking push things aside. You gotta sacrifice. Like, you're gonna miss birthdays and shit. You're gonna miss parties and shit if you're gonna be great. Like, it's gonna happen. You're not gonna be there to have a relationship all the time if you want to be what you want to be.
Well, that's why I think the scene with his dad, it's like, his dad almost was like, hey, let's go home. And he saw for a second, he's like, if I go home with my dad, this is almost like me just being like, well, I'm just going to go back in the way that, like, he chose his life. And it's like, him decide to go back in there is like a rejection of that. He's like, in that split second, he just realized, he's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to do this thing. And at that point, he was right to just do what the song, he'd do Caravan, you know, even though that wasn't, he was like, you know what else do I have to lose, right? You've already humiliated me in front of like thousands of people. Well, I'm gonna get back at you here.
What would he have done if the rest of the band was like, no, we're not playing Caravan?
Yeah,
You
just
just
like,
play- you
stop
just play a-
playing.
You just play a sick drum solo then, you know? Everybody would be like, oh, that drummer was good. I thought he was bad, and then he was really good. Wow.
He's
Well,
like,
Hey,
"That's the
he
best."
fucked
thing
up
is,
the
though,
first song and then launched it to a drum solo. That was
Yeah,
kind of weird.
He fucking crushed it, though. But, like, the thing is, with that drum solo, like, he slowly but surely turns Fletcher around. Like, Fletcher,
Yeah.
like, he's like, yeah. And then, like, the cymbal falls, and the perfect symbolism, pun very much intended, he picks up the cymbal and screws it in. He's like, yeah. I was like, hell yeah. You earned the respect. You did it. That's it. You did it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Fletcher isn't just like all about hate. He genuinely wants someone to succeed.
Yeah, he
He's
wants
in his own
greatness. He
morbid,
wants to create
twisted way.
greatness.
And
Yeah.
that's why the lesson is you should always stay in an abusive relationship.
Robbie,
There is
Robbie,
no point
Robbie,
in leaving
Robbie.
What?
Sounds like
What?
you are indeed the bringer of an abusive relationship.
I'm the bringer
And
of
I
an
am-
abusive relationship.
I am
Talking
the
about horse
abused.
sex relationship.
Robbie is just constantly belittling me. You
Yeah,
hear
well.
it here on this podcast.
Hey, listen.
Robbie can be a little sarcastic. I get, you know.
He's always calling me a pedophile. That's all he does.
Well, that's just joshing around. That's just good old-fashioned horseplay.
Oh, of course. A horse, of course.
That's why we
But-
bring it back to the horse fucking.
But then it ends with him doing the snare thing that the movie started with.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's like, hell yeah, we've come full circle here. This is good stuff.
Well, that also shows he's enjoying it. That's the only time we ever see him having fun and being free. And I think Fletcher even sees that because Fletcher smiles. And
Right.
that's the first time we see Fletcher. And it just brings us back to like, hey, this is what music is all about. It's not about
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
about
and so
having fun.
I think it's also like, oh, he's done it. He's achieved greatness. He dragged himself through razor blades the entire way, but
Yeah.
now he's here. He's here, and it seems like this is what he truly wants. So cool. I think this is a great movie. It's so open for like interpretation. Look at how all these interpretations we've had. I think it's masterfully done. I think it's entertaining. We got anything else to say? Or should we
I'd
go
say
to
it's an easy
Letterboxd?
5-star movie. It's like, and the thing is, everyone talks like J.K. Simmons, an amazing performance, right? Like one of the best. I love it when they bring out like the best in like a character actor. Like this was his big role. He was mostly like supporting actor in smaller roles. This was like his big role.
I've
And-
only known him as the yellow M&M.
Oh yeah,
but
that's
we
right,
did
he's in that.
Spider-Man.
And
That's a
He was
lie.
Tobey Maguire.
that is random. I remember finding out he was the yellow M&M.
Yeah.
But like this movie defined his career. But I also like upon rewatching it, I gained like a lot of appreciation from Miles Teller's performance.
Yeah.
Of playing this like kind of reclusive, socially awkward guy. A lot of it reminded me of like Taxi Driver, how it's like kind of like the slow character study of. just,
Oh, a
like,
bad
kind of,
movie.
You know,
The
going
previous
insane.
episode, check it out.
You talking shit about Taxi
The
Driver?
movie's boring as shit.
Not really for us. We didn't really like it.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Does it sound like I'm kidding?
A
Am I
little-
laughing?
So it's
Little
hard to
bit.
Am
tell,
I
Robbie.
guffawing?
It's hard to
Can't
tell,
tell.
Robbie. We joke a lot.
I
Yeah.
never joke.
You never joke.
I've never once told a joke on this podcast.
Never once told a joke on this podcast.
No.
Most of your
No.
lines are pretty sarcastic, so I can't tell if you're joking or not. But all right, you don't like Taxi Driver, fair enough.
All right, Letterboxd. What we got? I'm saying 5.
First off, I think the listeners should follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand.
I agree. I'm egregious to that.
Do you have a Letterboxd account?
I do have a Letterboxd. Do you have a Letterboxd?
I just promoted it.
I know, but I'm just asking, like, do you personally have a Letterboxd?
No, I don't. You know why?
Jack, I think you're the first guest to have a Letterboxd.
All right,
That's pretty cool.
that's pretty cool. Well, I'll follow you on Letterboxd.
I will follow you back. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Wow. So, Andy said 5 stars. Jack said 5 stars. And because I'm easily persuaded and I was going to go 4.5 stars, I'm just going to say 5 stars.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, 5
don't
stars.
do that just because we said it. Like, you know. Have
Well,
your
it's
own
the
thing.
Royds account.
Oh, okay.
I can't just be like, no. Because then Andy would log in and change it to 5, and every day we'd be
Yeah.
going in and changing it.
That's fair.
You know, and it's a real pain in the arse.
Who controls the Letterboxd mostly?
We
Rob
both have
controls
access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've,
but, like,
I've
who's
taken
the normal
ganders.
guy that does it all.
Robbie logs it in as we speak. He just logged it in.
Yeah, I just logged it in. I gave it 2 stars.
Who's like the behind the scene? Which one of you guys is?
Oh,
like,
no one
behind
said
the scenes?
anything. All right.
What?
I said I gave it 2 stars, and no one disagreed. So I gave it
Robbie!
2 stars. So you can follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand. We gave Letterboxd. We gave Whiplash. We gave Whiplash 2 stars.
No, we didn't.
I did.
Robbie, I will go in there and change it.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Did you actually do 2 stars?
No, I did 5.
I'll throw a fit, dude.
Yeah.
I'll be pouting.
Are you gonna add a review or just a rating?
Andy is a jerk.
Succinct.
Yep, that's what I wrote.
Robbie, I got
That's what
3
the other
trivia.
characters would say about Neiman too, probably. So it almost kind of fits.
Everyone in this movie was a jerk.
Yeah. Except for the
Except the
girlfriend.
dad.
She was pretty
The dad's a
nice.
nice guy.
Yeah, the dad's nice.
He's Paul Reiser. He's mad about you.
Yeah. Change of pace performance, right? He's usually like the comedic guy who's kind of like a very down to earth dad in this one.
Yeah.
I have 5
Robbie-
trivia questions.
5. Damn, you go first, brother.
This one was answered before. What kind of candy does Neiman eat around in the popcorn?
Raisinets.
Raisinets. Jack, you
Boom.
gotta. We buzz in with our names. We
Yeah, so
forgot
say your name to
Yeah.
buzz in.
Okay.
All right, Robbie, hit us with another one.
I'm Jack and Raisinets.
Nice.
What Buddy Rich CD do we see Andrew Neiman listen to?
Ah.
Blues Caravan, In Miami, the new one, Birdland.
Andy,
Okay.
Andy,
the caravan one.
it is not Blues Caravan.
Damn.
Is it the one with the music?
What? No, the.
You doing a bit
I know. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm doing
on
a bit.
this podcast?
Oh, I was very confused. I was like, I didn't say music at all.
No.
Okay, Andy.
Andy,
What was the last one?
Birdland.
That one.
It is Birdland.
All right. What is the time signature of Whiplash? The song, not the movie. Movie's in 4/4. Is the time signature 6/4, 7/8, 14/8, or 12/8?
Jack 12/8.
Incorrect.
Oh. Okay.
What were the options again?
You got 6/4, 7/8, 14/8.
Rob.
Yeah.
14-8.
It is 14/8.
Look
I
at
was
me.
gonna say 14/8. Oh.
Well, you didn't.
So.
All right, you know what? Give that to Jack also. We'll both take that one.
Okay, yeah, I'm
I
definitely
actually- I
keeping
didn't know, I
score.
was just
Yeah,
joshing
definitely
around.
keeping score over here. I got a whole scoreboard set up.
Give
Definitely
to
doing that.
Rob.
Good. What time on Monday does Nicole get off work? 7 p.m.
Jack 7 p.m.
It is 7 p.m., yes.
I knew.
Okay, Miles Teller has been playing drums since what age? Is it 6, 9, 12, or 15?
Rob.
Rob.
15.
How did you know that?
Because I'm the smartest man that ever existed on this planet Earth.
Holy shit, how many fingers am I holding up right now?
None.
This guy's good. This
No,
guy's
this is like 9. Jack says 9.
Oh no!
Okay.
Jack's changing the answers.
Is it? Wait, say it's not really 15, right? That means
Yeah,
he's
he
only
was
been playing for like
15.
4 years, though.
You know,
Miles
he's not
Teller was,
actually
like,
19,
20-something.
right?
Yeah. he
No,
was
but
like
his
20.
character is supposed to be 19, so that would mean he's only been playing for 4 years.
But his character is not Miles Teller.
Oh wait, what character are you talking about?
I'm talking about the actor Miles Teller, brother.
Oh, I thought you meant the character. Oh, okay. I don't know.
What
I got
time?
How
Does it-
old is Miles Teller in the movie?
19.
No, but how old is the actor actually in the movie?
I don't know, do you?
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
He was 27 years old.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
It's a young-looking 27.
Yeah.
It's pretty
What time does Andrew Neiman wake up when he's late for his first session with J.K. Simmons?
Andy,
60
603.
It is 6:03.
Yeah. How much of Miles Teller's actual drumming is used in the movie? Is it 20%, 30%, 40%, or an astounding 100%?
yeah. Jack, I don't care.
That's a terrible answer.
It's really rude.
Awful,
You know,
awful
you know,
answer,
we
Jack.
invite you on this podcast and you make a mockery of us, and that's just it's unfair.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
What were
Robbie.
what were the options again?
20, 30, 40, or 100%.
I'm gonna say 40.
You are 100% correct.
Sorry, because I did read that like he did a lot of the drumming, but like for the more technical stuff, they brought in a professional drummer.
Yeah,
But-
he's a good drummer.
So I just knew it wasn't 100%.
Hey, playing in 14/8 is rough. I tried to do it for my song and I failed.
Yeah. I wonder if that was the final scenes or whatever, like which parts they used him in, you know?
I'm sure it's the ones that like you see him playing, and then when all
Yeah.
the close-ups are like a stunt drummer.
Yeah, that would make sense. Just the wide shots.
What state is Nicole from? Wyoming, Arizona, Colorado, Montana.
Jack,
Andy.
Arizona.
Jack, it is Arizona.
Yes. I knew it.
Well done, Jack. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Robbie, is that all your trivia?
That's all my trivia.
Robbie.
The actress was Supergirl, right?
Oh yeah, it
Supergirl's
was.
coming out.
That's who it was. Yeah,
The
Oh,
girl from the Supergirl TV show.
yeah, on the
Very cool.
CW. Yeah.
She didn't do much else. She's very, I thought a talented actress though. You know, she gave a good performance.
Yeah.
She was the only nice person in the movie. You know, she wasn't a dickhead like everyone else.
and her ass
That's
got
jazz,
dumped.
baby.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Yeah, it's true. She was the one who gets dumped. It's like if you're nice, you just kind of get abused.
That's jazz,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
I wrote a song.
Me too.
I have a pick to flip.
Jack, would you care to pick
Oh,
the
yeah,
song
Jack.
you want to hear first?
What are the choices?
My song or Andy's
Rob
song?
and Andy, brother. The people right in front of you.
Let's go with neither. No, I'm kidding. How about Andy?
Okay,
Whichever
my
one's
song.
less bad. All right.
It's very rude. Again, very rude.
You're being rude to me. Why can't I be rude back? I don't get the.
I
fucking-
guess you could. I guess that's
Yeah,
fair.
that's a fair
Yeah,
point. That is a fair point.
Now that
You know
you
what?
mention
No,
it.
he got us on that
Yeah.
one.
Don't treat
yeah,
other
yeah.
guests like this fucking favorites.
I treat everyone like this.
Yeah, we're pretty rude dudes.
All right.
Also, I think all things
I
considered,
thought I was getting the cold shoulder here. All right. I guess.
I think
you
all
just-
things considered, this is actually all pretty cordial.
All right.
You know?
I'm having fun. I've had a good time.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here. My song is called "Not Quite My Tempo," and I tried to write jazz, but I think it turned out a little more funk.
Okay.
But if you listen to Whiplash, like the song Whiplash, it's pretty funky. It sounds like, honestly, it made me think of Rocky music. You know, it's got like a big time like.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like okay.
It took me a second to realize what
Bill
you meant by that.
Conti.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know how to play horns. I don't own any horns, so I use my rinky-dink keyboard. I did my best. Okay,
I'm sure it's gonna be swell.
thanks. It's called Not Quite My Tempo.
Okay.
It goes like this. Good job is what they say to your dad, and that's why he's nothing. One of the grades would get up in your face and tell you you're doing fine. Not quite my tempo. Not quite my time. Not quite my tempo. Not quite my time. I'm here to push people beyond what's expected of them. If you can't handle that, well, you might as well be dead. Not quite my tempo. Not quite my time. Not quite my tempo. Not quite my time.
That was really
That-
cool.
Thank you. That's my song called
Very
Not Quite
good.
My Tempo. It's about how that scene where he's like, "Good job" is like the two most dangerous words in the English language.
He's right.
And yeah, just it's about the movie.
Yeah. You got some quotes in the movie there.
Yeah.
So, who'd you do that song with? Like, who else was playing?
That's all me, baby.
It's all you?
That's all me, baby.
It's impressive.
Thank you.
Uh,
Appreciate it. Yeah,
Cool.
I figured, throw some drum breaks in there. I can't play drums like, Andy Neiman,
Neiman.
but I'll do some rock drumming.
Yeah.
I'm okay with rock drumming, I think.
But at least you won't punch a hole in your snare drum. So,
Don't put it past me, brother.
Yeah, you can if you want to.
yeah.
Those things cost money. Also, I play on an electric kit for the podcast. I know I got this real one behind me, but it's hard to record that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Robbie.
So Rob Lash, let's hear your song.
Yeah.
My song's called "Not My Tempo." I just kind of threw this together. It's a little instrumental. I didn't know what to write about. The whole thing was just about music, so I just threw this little instrumental together. Kind of jazzy, not really. Who cares? It's called "Not My Tempo." It's inspired by the movie Whiplash, and it goes very much like this. That was it.
I like the ending.
Because it was
That
over?
Cool. Nah, I like the bow. You know? I also like the horns on the MIDI don't sound terrible. You know?
Yeah, they're not great. They're not terrible. That was almost all done on MIDI except for the guitar.
I'm calling the police
None of that is illegal.
just to talk.
Oh, that's a crime, actually.
Hey guys, what's up?
That you'll actually get in trouble for. They'll be like, this is a waste of time.
How was your day?
Yeah. Yeah. Jazz is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
good though. I was doing a nice little swig, you know, it's got a good groove to it.
I just programmed drums and then just went for it for a while.
Again, I'm calling the police.
Again, doesn't make sense.
I'm just gonna tell them about your song, Robbie.
That's fine, I
Promote the
guess.
podcast.
I guess if you want to do
Promote
that,
it.
you can.
You
But,
guys got to listen to this song. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
guys, check it out. Check it out. We tried jazz. You ever watch Whiplash? Anyway, I think I would place myself as a rock musician. You know, when it comes to jazz, it's like that's all jazz to me. You know what I'm saying? I can't hang. You know.
I would hardly classify myself as a musician.
Robbie.
That sounded kind of jazz though. That was
Yeah, had a jazzy
it had
thing.
a good swing to it. I was like,
Yeah.
I found myself like, you know, Getting
You did
into
the thing, the jazz thing where it's like, ba ba, like you do a riff, 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 riff,
Yeah,
riff,
yeah.
ba, ba, riff, riff, riff,
Yeah,
riff.
yeah, yeah.
kind of
You know?
swing to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I
I was
like it.
going for. Yeah, yeah. Again, I didn't put that much effort into it, if I'm being honest.
It's much more relaxing.
I guess
than
jazz
listening
is easy.
to caravan.
Hey, look at that! You just program the drums. It's easy.
Yeah.
I had a hard time because, like I said, I tried to do what is it, 14/8, which is really like 7/8, but like double, I guess. I don't know.
But twice.
Yeah, I was trying, and then I was like, you know what? What if I just play the drums to Whiplash,
Yeah.
and then like come up with a different riff or something over that drum part? So I tried that, and didn't work. So then I ended up playing the funky thing I was doing, and I was like, this isn't jazz, but you know what? It's close enough.
Yeah. It imitates the style. It's good.
Yeah, I think
14/8 is like 7/8, but double.
yeah, same thing, you know. Well, Robbie, what do we got going on next week?
That is an excellent question, Andy. Next week, we are doing Freaky Friday.
Wow, Robbie and I are gonna switch bodies.
Yep.
Sounds fun.
Yep,
I can't
and I'm gonna shove so many things in my butt.
Dude, wait till you see the diseases you're going to get.
Oh my god, dude! Like, I'm saying, if we time it, like, let's say it happens midnight tomorrow, like tonight, I'm shoving a whole bunch of stuff in my butt. You're gonna come to as Andy, and you're gonna be like, wow, there's a tremendous amount of stuff in my butt.
What are you gonna do as Andy's body, Rob?
Well, when I'm Andy's body,
Yeah.
animals.
You're gonna
You're
do
gonna
them?
fuck the horse, or
Not horses. That's dangerous.
you could fuck a pig, like
I'm gonna
J.K.
stick like
Simmons
worms
suggested.
and stuff in the pee hole.
Good Lord.
Stretch the pee hole out there.
Oh my good golly gosh. Well, let me tell you where you can find the music. Actually, Jack, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
Yeah, I got this other podcast I'm in called Wiretap Truths. It's a great podcast where we rewatched the HBO show The Wire. It's going to be on Apple and Spotify soon. We're now filming episode 6. So check it out, especially if you're a big fan. It has great analysis, just like this fantastic show you guys are on. I really do think you guys I like your songs that you played, though. I know we were joking around, but
Thank
I
you.
really do think those
Nice.
are quality.
I would
quality
hardly
tunes.
call anything I do analysis.
Yeah.
I would call what I do analasis.
Mental masturbation.
I'm just an idiot.
Yeah.
I
I think-
give
you know what?
my unfiltered thoughts, and then Andy goes, "You got to cut that."
Here are matches for unfiltered.
I didn't say that. That was
Oh
me.
shit! I didn't know we were covering Megan.
Wait,
That was,
Jack,
that
is
was a
that
couple
yours?
of weeks ago.
My phone just said, "Here are matches for unfiltered."
that's nuts.
That is crazy.
So your phone
Um,
is just listening to us right now?
Apparently this whole time.
Hey Siri,
not-
show us diarrhea.
Show us diarrhea. So she doesn't listen when I want to talk to her.
Se-
you know.
yeah, Siri said
most
that's
like
too.
most women in my life. So
Siri said that's too
Hey.
lowbrow. I think that since doing this podcast, I've become a little more. Oh, I don't know the word. I'm trying to read into more subtextual things in
Mm.
movies from doing this, because like otherwise
Yeah,
it's
a good
just like
discussion.
a couple guys being like, "Yeah, it was good. I like that."
I'm just trying to write jokes about movies.
and that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Well,
I
you
like
need
writing
both. You
jokes
know, you
too,
need humor, but you also
Yeah.
you need points, but you also need jokes, so it doesn't feel like you're fucking listening to NPR or something.
right.
You know, so you want a little
Nipples,
levity.
penis, rectum.
Right.
Mm-hmm. NPR.
NPR.
It's also sometimes it depends on the movie. Like sometimes the movie you just like make fun of the whole time. Sometimes the movie
Yeah, like
that's
Whiplash.
Yeah.
it's not what we did though, Robbie.
Like, what does this guy think he is? John Bonham?
You did give it 2 stars, you know. That's
What-
Yeah,
what
we
is
gave it
this?
2 stars, Andy.
What is this? Drums?
Yeah.
What is this? Fucking drums?
Yeah, at the end of this movie,
Anyway.
he fucking choked on his own vomit and died.
Yeah.
He
Classic.
should have said, "What are
'Cause he
we, a
couldn't
couple of
handle his liquor.
Whiplashes?"
All right, well, I'm gonna tell you where you can find the music. You go to music.com. Then you go
Music.com,
to Spotify,
huh?
Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you get your music, and you search
Sleazer.
The Royds, ROYDS, and you'll find a bunch of podcast song collections. But there are also studio albums that Robbie and I have recorded as the Royds. But if you want everything, you go to the TheRoyds.bandcamp.com and you'll find everything. Guest songs, bonus songs, every song from the podcast, plus every recorded song by the Royds. It's all there. There's a lot. Also
I
on the
liked it.
YouTube.
They got my stamp of approval, the Jack Simmons stamp of approval.
Wow.
Thanks,
So,
Jack.
I'm gonna give my massive fan base over to you guys.
Thanks,
Thanks.
So
man.
you're welcome.
It's also all the songs are on the YouTube. Robbie, tell us a little more about the YouTube and other socials.
You go to Instagram. You go to TikTok. You go to YouTube. You go to Reddit. You type in TheRoydsBand. There we are. Interact with us. Send us a message. Request a movie. Correct our mistakes. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe wherever you are listening to us. Give us a 5-star rating and review. Send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com.
Yeah, we've done.
Watch Whiplash. It's on Paramount Plus.
Ting.
Watched it.
We've done several listener requests, so feel free to keep those coming in, and we will do them, and we'll do them with a smile on our face.
Sometimes.
Let me ask you this before. What's the worst movie you guys have rewatched or watched for this?
13
podcast?
Ghosts.
Transformers.
Oh, Transformers. You're right. Yeah, no, Transformers.
Yeah, 13. I haven't seen that in a while, but I actually never saw the first Transformers. I saw the second one, but that was
That's the one we did. We did the first
It's
one.
bad. The first
Oh.
Transformers is horrendous.
It's loud.
stupid.
It's
yeah.
long. It's stupid.
Yeah.
The second one, they have jive talking robots and a dog humping some old lady's legs, and
Yeah, it seems.
so
Well,
seems
I'm
like
glad we'll
both.
never do it.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I can, to be honest.
All right.
one's enough.
Yeah, this was great, Jack. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me.
We'll see you next week for Freaky Friday.
Yep.
And we'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.